Hey dudes and dudettes, here with another Path of Exile video for you, and this is gonna be a map run with my Righteous Pinata build that I've used in other run videos. Chaining Crypt Map of Champions is what I'll be running. 27% more magic monsters, monster skills, chain 2 additional times. Now I do know the Crypt has some casting skeletons and stuff in it, so that could be pretty hairy, but we're gonna see if we can do it. Let's go for it. We're gonna go up to the map device here, put in the map, and activate it. Let's see what we get. This is really awesome. We'll try. I consider this my lucky portal, the far right side here. So we'll see if it is lucky and we don't get dead as we go into the, boss area. There's a boss area usually on this crypt map, and it's the boss, I think, from if you've ever done the quest in Act 2 where you go to get the priest hand or whatever for the Amazon jungle woman. I forget her name, so I'll call her that. And she sends you down there, and then I think you get 2 respec points for it. And I think there's a unique boss of him here. So let's see if we can do this. Now, if you haven't noticed, I now have room for elemental weakness. I took away my portal gem and redid the sockets on this, recolored them with chromatics to get it so I have a blue here, so I can cast elemental weakness whenever I want. I also have it in this, cast when damage taken, but I'm thinking of taking it out for another spell and just cast the curse myself, if I ever want to, but I'm not sure. Sometimes I want to be lazy and I don't want to cast anything. Type OS. There we go. Oh well, look what we have here. We can't we can't do anything against the totem, so don't worry about it. Because Righteous Fire doesn't hurt totems. We'd have to unequip one of our things. Oh great, it's got these in it. I don't think it'll still be an option as long as they're spitting fire. Righteous Fire. The Righteous Fire build has such high fire resist that I don't think it'll be an issue. Ooh, Ghost. That's pretty cool. Ooh, there's a rare. So far it's pretty easy. I mean, it's just standard run around and kill things, but I think this boss will hit me pretty hard. The unique bosses are usually... Oh, well, we're bleeding. That hurts. Yep. In this video I will be busting urns because in the crypt video, well, the Catacombs video, I wasn't busting urns because I was going through it pretty fast to show you. But in this one, I'm going to open the sarcophagi and bust the urns. We're just leveling up a ton because these are low-level spells right now. So. Two-stone ring. I pick up the rings because they're good for, you can fit so many in your pack, in your inventory, and then you sell them for ID scrolls. Rings, amulets, and stuff like that. So far, this is the second or third type of map that I've tried, and they haven't given the build any trouble. But I'm gonna keep, I'm gonna do every type with this build to show what it's capable of. Then when the new league starts, I'll probably rebuild this or build a summoner, one of my favorites, and just save back to get this, See if we curse them, they go down even quicker, of course. But Goliath gauntlets. I'm looking for some items that I want to craft, so if you see me looking at items, that's probably why. Let's see. What do we get? Usually I get a ton from urns, so I'm looking for the loot out of them. The last video that I showed you, the last run video, which was the catacombs, I actually went through busting the urns after the video was done, and I got a ton of stuff from it. So we are out of mana, so we're not going to curse them. Ooh, what's that? I love that I can just run past these and, you know, they die. It kind of reminds me with this aura around me. It reminds me of back in the day in Diablo 2, I made a Singer Barb, and you know, they called it a bard later on, but I also picked up studded belts for ID scrolls. But it used the shout skill or whatever that did damage. They didn't do much damage at all. It was quite terrible, but it was hilarious because you just sat there going, oh, and it would annoy the crap out of people, obviously, because you did it like 1,000 times to kill one one enemy, and they're like, yeah, oh my god, that's so annoying. I remember that fondly. So I was hoping that there's a Singer Barb type skill in this. But this is the closest I've come to it. It would sort of be like Enduring Cry if Enduring Cry did damage and you could cast it really fast. And it, you know, did a Barbarian yell when it did. But this is fun too, because you just you know, you circle around things with the righteous fire and it dies. So that's also fun. We're getting through this pretty well. Haven't found a map yet. The last time I didn't find maps until the very end. Then I found like two to four, I forget, maybe even 5. I found a bunch, like so, and even a magic one, you know, that was unID'd. I can't really do unidentified maps on this build because if you get the blood magic or anything like that, you can't do it. Because it takes away your auras and uses your life to reserve, and you can't do some certain maps that like minus maximum resist. But just re-roll them. I would never run a map like that anyways. Those things are risky. You see the OOS that I keep typing? That's to fix the syncing if you're desyncing.
My mana is gone.
My mana is gone. See, it's probably going to switch back to the portal. Ooh, bleeding. Portal, because I never have enough mana to cast the dang skill anyways. the curse. Oh, I bet the boss is here. Yep, there he is. I seen him. I saw him. Oh, great. And this is standing beside me. I'll drag him out here. Look at him go! He's a speed demon. Aw, there it was. Ooh, level 67. Some people said use Orbs of Chance on that map. You know, I think that's the map. On the Mountain Ledge map. Because I think there's a unique about it. And, you know, I guess it's, I don't know if it's rare or something. But I was in a group that got one and they're like, oh, use Orb of Chance on it. Making sure there's nothing in there I wanted. Nothing here. Look, right, like I said, at the end of the map I get tons of maps. It's crazy. And I'll just turn those into more maps to do. Keep the map running. Now that I've gotten this build properly done, it's like a map machine. It actually does maps. It's great to see a build turn out right. Now, this build isn't my own. Like when I do the video, I'm going to explain that. Everybody goes this, you know, the dude does a life one usually goes the route that I've gone. So it's not like it's super original. The biggest original part that I went with is that so far is I use cast when damage taken on every free slot except for the little one down here. Because if this was 6 slot, I would totally have other cast when damage on it. So instead of 10, I'd have like 12 cast when damage taken spells to go off, like the fireworks. So that would be awesome. Eventually I'll afford one and I'll get a 6 slot one and do that. Elemental weakness is leveling. Oh, we got more over here. I'll check the beginning first. This is the good thing about having fire potions that have speed on them. You know, you can use them for run potions, and then you don't need to have a potion of speed with you, you know, to cover up one of the things that you would use, like say if you were in a harsh map or something like these. You know, instead of a quicksilver flask, you use a you have a health there, so that's a bonus. We aren't as fast as some people, but by gum, we are pinata and we shoot off spells when we get damaged. No, it's you can actually like for a long time in Lunaris runs, I used a quicksilver flask down here, and this number 2 slot. I consider the number 2 slot on this utility slot. I use it like when I do Dominus runs. I use it with an Topaz flask to give me extra lightning resist against Dom, and you can use it against when you know you're going to face something that's going to be a certain element, or you need a curse immunity or anything like that. You can use it for that. I use that as my utility slot for any potion I feel like at the time. And then I got this cool one that gives 30% increased movement speed, 60 increased life recovery, with minus 10 to mana. But watch, it doesn't give the speed, so I don't even know why I'm using it. I've been trying to get it to give the speed, and I'm thinking, oh, maybe it's just messed up, but it doesn't seem to work. So I don't know. I'm gonna have to switch it up soon. I thought I got such a good one. This is the first map that I've tested that push out on. I had it in, I think, the other one. It heals a lot, so I keep it in the slot, but its 30% run increased mod is a dead mod. So the spider's like, no, help me. He's on fire and he's coming at me. Reminds me of Ernest Goes to Camp. You know, the chef dude, the cook, the fat cook dude that made the lobsters talk. He's like, no, don't eat me, and he's like, no, and then he throws the lobster in the pan. I love that. Except at the sad part when Ernest loses all the friends, and it's like, gee, I'm glad it's raining. That song will make anyone like that. Talk about a tear. You bawl like a baby. Cry time because of Ernest. Which he was actually a really good. I forget his name. What was that? The guy that played Ernest in the Ernest films. He was actually a really well-trained actor, and the character Ernest came about because of a commercial in Canada. He did a commercial, and he I think it was for I forget if it was for a like Home Depot type place, and he's like, and he would actually talk to the camera and goes, you know what I mean, Vern? And he was like, he would do that into the camera, and it became famous, and that's why you see in the Ernest movies, he's like, you know what I mean, Vern? And that's the homage to the original character that was in the commercials, and that's why he got signed to do Ernest, because the character became so famous. Like had that cult following to it, that they made the Ernest character, and then made the first Ernest movie, and there you go. So that's a pretty cool story. And I'm a fan of the Ernest movies, anyways. They remind me of the police academies and stuff like that. Nope. Oh no, it's a slow totem. Now you can't kill totems on this, and that's a pain unless you take one of your cast when damage taken gems out, and you just cast down on it. But I'm not going to go around casting on every little totem and show you that on video. That's going to be pretty boring, and I could talk with it and tell you other funny stories about Ernest and such things, but why not save those for other videos when we're actually doing something? This allows me to talk to you when I'm running around too. My Righteous Pinata build. It's not actually my build. It's thanks to a lot of people who did Righteous Fire builds before me and gave me ideas. And tweaked all the stuff out and found the best passives to go. And here I will use the potion and stuff, because sometimes they stack, Viper Strikes on you.
I cannot carry
it lowers
this.
your life. It's not much, but it'll lower your life. I found this helmet. This is pretty cool. I was wearing my 30% fire damage helmet in the Catacombs video, but I made this helmet. I found the Eternal Burgonet? Bagel. in a map that I did with someone, they were like, have to be 75 plus or 80 plus, and I was like, I'm not 75 or 80 plus, but you know, I'm very fun to be around because I explode when things hit me, and they let me do the map. So thank you. You know who you are. And I found this Eternal Burgonet in that map. So, and then I made this. It's not the greatest, but it gives me life and tons of armor. So, I of course did it. And I think that's all for the dungeon. The map. I think we did it all. Yeah, we did it all. Well, that's a cool. I didn't really have much trouble with it. As you can see, the build did pretty good on a level 66 map solo. And as soon as I get higher maps, I've gotten some 67s, I'll be doing those as well. And going further and taking this build and push it further. I'm going to show some Lunaris and Dominus runs with it as well. And I've had multiple requests from people who see it that find it funny to post up the full build, which I will be doing hopefully by later this week when I upload them. With this video, it'll probably be coming out. So why am I telling you that I'm going to make a video if it's going to come out with this video in a big 10 pack like I usually do? Okay, thanks for joining me. Well, thanks for watching the videos and come to the channel. And I hope you found this fun and liked seeing me run through a map. And as always, take care, be safe, and be cool to each other.